What if Deku was a ghoul? Well, I guess we'll find out in this video. Okay, so before I continue on, I'd like to say sorry for not posting in a while. I just haven't felt very productive recently, so I've been more focusing on my schoolwork. Now, without any further ado, let's cue the intro. Okay, so we're going to start off with Deku, or Izuku Midoriya. He is going to hail, or he's going to basically be a Kaneki. He's going to basically be Kaneki there. So let's get into it. So we'll start our story off with Deku being in middle school. He's still quirkless, the story is the same up to here. Up until the day that Bakugo basically, tells him to take a swan dive off the roof. What will happen here is on the way home, instead of meeting the sludge villain, Izuku will meet a girl called Rize Kamishiro. Everything will happen very similar to the way it did with Kaneki with her. And even it'll go the same even when, the pipes fall on her. Izuku will get the transplant that Kaneki got with Rize's organs. Except this time, since ghouls aren't prominent, the doctor's not going to be experimenting. He is going to basically, put all of Rize's organs into Kaneki. So there's no spare organs to be given to someone else. All of Rize's organs, all of the main ghoul organs were put into Kaneki. So he's basically not into Kaneki, into Deku. So he's almost a full ghoul, but, he's still one eye, and, yeah. Also, I don't particularly like the butterfly Kagane that he typically runs around with. And I like his Kaguya, but it's, interesting, but he's going to have his dragon form from Tokyo Ghoul Re. Now, bear in mind, this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled for Tokyo Ghoul or Tokyo Ghoul Re, then you shouldn't continue. So, Deku's going to have, Kaneki's dragon Kaneki, Kagune, and Kaguya, but he's not going to have that instantly. He is starting off with Kaneki's original, Kagune, which is the butterfly Rinkaku. So, yeah. So Izuku wakes up, and it'll say it's 5 months before the entrance exam. So, yeah. He goes to the beach, basically, because, he goes home with his mom. And what happens is he gets his first hunger craving. And this doesn't end well. Inko Midoriya, and I'm going to say this I love Inko, by the way. She's, one of my favorite characters. But, yeah. So Inko Midoriya is going to be eaten by Izuku Midoriya. At this point, it's only an accident. He doesn't know. So when he wakes up, he'll wake up from his frenzy, and he won't know why, but he'll see his mother dead on the floor. Now, you'll go to the mirror, and you'll see his eyes are red. A single eye is red, and his mouth is covered in blood. He'll kind of connect the dots there. But he won't say anything. What he'll do is he buries his mother, because he for some reason just doesn't feel anything about it. Now, don't say it in the comment section about how the ghouls don't, do that, but no, he does feel emotions, it's just he doesn't feel something for some random reason. And we'll say it's because he didn't actually kill her, like, consciously. So he doesn't view himself as a murderer here. Because though he's not morally right in the situation, he is a victim of circumstances, and as such he views himself as that. Now, Izuku will go to the beach and, basically try and train. While he's training, he'll, basically, All Might's not training his student there, so there's no student there. And the person who'll get one for all will be, Kirishima. Kirishima will get one for all. And just to be clear, ghouls don't really exist because of the existence of quirks. So we'll say, like, Rize was, like, one of the last 3 ghouls, because, I'm going to do my first ship, but I won't tell you who it is. But yeah. So Rize was one of the last 3 ghouls, but she still technically has 3 ghouls, so we're fine. So, as we move on, so Kaneki's basically heard stories of the past about how ghouls and all that, but he's not very familiar with it, okay? So what he does is he tries to focus on the Kagane, which he managed to activate. And of course, he doesn't realise that someone's watching him, but I won't tell you who, because this is the ship and that's going to be revealed in part 2. But yeah. So he starts using his butterfly wing Kagane. That is actually the canon name of Kaneki's Kagane, by the way. It is the Rinkaku butterfly Kagane, which he is the only possessor of after, Rize, bite the dust. But yeah. So he practices with that and kind of gets better. And we'll say he's currently at pre-Jason, like just before the torture of Jason. He's at that point basically. So, he's decently powerful. But, So Izuku then goes out and hunger, feeding, and that continues on for 5 months. But of course, he doesn't eat anyone who's, alive. He basically goes to a suicide spot and just has, eats there because people just, they threw their lives away. So he's not going to waste the chance to not kill innocent people. So when the 5th month passes, Izuku goes to UA and he partakes in the entrance exam. In the entrance exam, Izuku, before the exam, physical portion of it starts, Izuku gets ready and he gets into the crouching position. Now, if you're not familiar with this, the crouching position is the same position Kaneki got into when he was fighting Jason. When he lands out of his Kagane. So he's in that kind of position. Like a kind of spider, I guess you could call it. And at this point, his hair's starting to get like white streaks in it. Because, it's just the way it is. And his Kagane's starting to grow things in the back. But, no one really notices it because it's so small. So he's in this position. And when the gates open, he uses his, superhuman speed, which comes from the Ghoul. Which ghouls basically have, and he goes in there and he does Kaneki's traditional knuckle crack. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can do it. There we are. Sorry if that disturbed any of you, but I don't even know if any of you heard that, but So he does Kaneki's traditional knuckle crack, like if you heard, then as you just heard, and moves on. I'll say he racks up about 250 points and 60 rescue points because he does destroy the 0-point robot. Of course, albeit with a bit more difficulty, but when you've got tendrils to come out flying out your back and go to basically any length you want, I don't see it being too hard to destroy a robot like that size. And I know I'm talking about it as if it was tiny, but Kaneki's dragon form was way bigger, so I am talking about it as it was small. Of course, Deku's not going to unlock Kaneki's dragon form. Let's just say that. He's not unlocking the dragon, like, full. But he is unlocking the Kagane and the Kaguya, which is the Star-Cross one and the Jet Booster one. Which are both Renkaku, I believe. I'll have to do my research on that one. Because I can't remember what they were. But I know I think, yeah, so it was the Butterfly Renkaku. Then the Kaguya doesn't have a classification, as far as I'm aware. And then, can't remember the other one. Yeah, I'll have to do research on that. But I know the Jet Booster is, I think, a Renkaku as well. Because it stems off of the original. Yeah. The the Jet Booster one's the Kaguya. The Star Cross one is a Renkaku. I think no, the Star Cross one's a mixture of all of them. Sorry, I'm having a debate myself here. Yeah. So the Red Cross one is a mixture of all of them. And they're both a mixture of all of them. Okay, good. Sorry, okay. Let's just get back into the story. So he destroys a load of robots and he saves Uraraka. And back in the observation room, we'll say All Might's like, this kid's powerful, what's his quirk? And Nesu's like, oh, he doesn't register, he doesn't show him having his quirk registered. And All Might's like thinking in his head, oh, he probably works for All For One, I've got to keep an eye on him. As you do. So Deku goes home and, being the person he is, he just walks to his room silently. So yeah. In the middle of the night, Kaneki hears a knock on his door, so he goes to his door. And there, straight at his door, is a walking copyright infringement. I'm just kidding. No, it is Yamori. Jason Yamori. He basically kidnaps Deku because he's just, very tired. And Yamori is one of the few ghouls left. So Yamori kidnaps Deku and tortures him for about a month. So he doesn't, and let's say UA doesn't start for 2 months. So, for a month and a half, Deku's getting tortured. So, while this is happening, the heroes find out that he's been kidnapped, so they kind of go and try and save them. But when they arrive, they see a terrible sight. They see Deku stab Yamori with his Kagane. Now, of course, they're not going to say anything, so they walk out and they're like, he's safe, he'll come meet us outside when he's calmed down a bit. Because they don't want to, cause a conflict there. Deku eats Yamori, like Kaneki does in canon. And then goes out and meets the heroes. Then, after the other, 2 weeks, he goes to UA. In UA, okay, so his first day, he gets to class, and he's kind of wondering why the door's so big, of course, like everyone else does. But, of course, that's just how it is. So, Deku gets to class, and Bakugo sees him, and he's like, how did a quirkless loser like you get into this school? Izuku just ignores him and walks to his seat, because Izuku's got white hair now, and it's flatter, it's not poofy like it is in canon. It's flatter, and, his hair looks like Heisei's, okay? He looks like Heisei's hair. And his eyes are now black, because, the Ghoul transformation kind of went fully through. So yeah. So he sits down at his desk and the girl approaches him. Now, that is it for the video today, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and please stay safe, because everyone knows that you just need to stay safe, honestly. So have a wonderful day, and please hit that like button and subscribe button, because I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm probably going to call off the 1,000 subscriber special that I planned, because I'm just not feeling it, and I don't know if I'll be able to actually pull it off. So, there's a possibility it might still go through, but don't get your hopes up. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.